So tomorrow we have the start of the Euros quarterfinals, and I was yelled at today for not putting in the script that this is the greatest day of quarterfinal action ever. Evidently, that's a self-evident thing that we should have all thought about.
Did you just slipped your mind, or you don't agree, or
no? I hyped it up. It's a great day, epic, incredible, but I didn't refer to it as the greatest day of quarterfinal action ever. I mean, I'd have to go back through all the different Euros and determine that.
Look,
but
if we say it on television, Mossy, it's true. Okay, so just write it.
Yes. So the games we're alluding to, we've got Spain, Germany in Stuttgart, followed by Portugal, France in Hamburg. I'm not sure why I said France.
I know, but
France.
It was kind of affected, but I'm going to let it go. It's okay.
Both live on Fox.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know, to your point, historically, if it's the greatest, but it looks pretty scrumptious from here. And all sorts of stories. I think there's a lot of people that are looking at the Spain-Germany game and saying, it's great that we have it, but it would have been nicer if it came later, in that a lot of people are picking these two teams to win, one of these two teams to win, and that one of them is going to go home is going to be a shame, especially when you look at the easy path that England has on the other side.
Yeah, they're the two most successful countries in the history of this competition, both three-time winners. I think they've been the two best teams in this edition of the tournament. They're the two leading scorers, Germany with 10 goals, Spain with 9. Mm-hmm. So many great players. I'm excited for the midfield battle between Toni Kroos and Rodri. I'm excited about all that young talent on both sides, Musiala and Wirtz for Germany, and then Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal for Spain. So it should be an incredible match.
All right, so that is at noon Eastern time on Fox, the Spain-Germany game. I have Germany winning it all, so obviously I am picking Germany tomorrow. Are you picking Germany or Spain?
Spain have never beaten the host nation in a World Cup or Euros. So yeah, I think Spain is the better team, but I'm leaning Germany. I think they'll find a way.
Really? You think Spain's a better team in what way? Just
what I think they've played. They both have been very impressive, but
sure.
just their play in this Euros, I think they've been a notch above. Now, one interesting subplot to this match: a few nights ago, after we finished taping, I went into the control room and I saw the brackets that everybody filled out in there, and I believe both Kyla and Aaron have Spain winning the whole thing.
Really?
Yes.
Going on through. Interesting. Well, I mean, I don't think you can go wrong in that game. I don't think anybody's going to argue against you.
This is the first go-around for Kyla. Aaron had an embarrassing bracket in Sydney.
Right.
She's been waiting a year to redeem herself. She did all the scouting, crushed tape, researched the teams, put a lot of thought into it, and so we'll see how it works out this time around.
As I can attest to, there are no embarrassing brackets, okay? All right? Doesn't matter, all right? People love to be right relative to what you do, so
did you see, by the way,
the opportunity.
World Soccer Talk took the bracket you showed on this pod in which you had the U.S. in the final, and they created a whole narrative that Fox Sports was counting on the U.S. to reach the final, and so this is a massive blow for us, the fact that they went out much earlier than that.
There is nothing that people love more than to see somebody on television saying something and to believe the opposite and then have that come to fruition. It gives you a sense of superiority. It gives you a sense of power. And so I am a benevolent person, Mossy. I am giving them that opportunity on a continual basis.
Also, I saw a clip circulating today. Remember the first time we had Greg Berhalter on? We talked to him for like 40 minutes and asked him a lot of serious soccer questions. And at the very end, we had some fun with him throwing the ball to and somehow people have taken that one clip as if that was the only thing we asked him as an example of how the soccer media in this country isn't serious and all the rest. You saw that, right?
Yeah, they sound really fun, those people. It's ridiculous, okay? Look, have at it. In terms of Greg Berhalter, I know the knives are out, and fairly so go to town on that. But this is what you're going to use as an indicator of what American soccer is, that at one point we actually asked the head coach of the national team, who had been doing the back passes on the sideline in a fun little entertaining type of way, to talk about it. And in doing so, we got a little bit more of his personality and character in an entertaining and fun and funny type of segment. If you can't understand that, number one, from a pure business perspective, or if you are in the content generation business, if you can't understand why that is a no-brainer, then you're a moron. Secondly, if you are offended by it and it hurts your sensibilities because this is not what American soccer should be about and this is not what should be talking, then you're no fun. And I don't want to hang out with you.
All right, let's get back on track here.
All right.
So Spain-Germany is the first match, and then we have Portugal-France, which we're going to hype up as Ronaldo versus Mbappe. We played a clip today from the press conference of Mbappe praising Ronaldo. He's somebody that he's looked up to, and they have a good relationship. Ronaldo obviously coming off that interesting match against Slovenia when he missed the penalty in extra time and was crying, but did convert in the shootout, and Portugal advanced when Diogo Costa had an Emi Martinez-like performance in that game. So we'll see what Ronaldo does tomorrow.
There's no chance that Ronaldo does not start tomorrow, right?
I don't think so, but
you're hesitating. Why
no. I think he'll start, but I think it should be a question.
Really?
Yeah.
You think they are a lesser Portugal with Cristiano Ronaldo starting?
It should at least be a conversation. He has started all 4 games. He's taken 20 shots in this tournament and has not scored a single goal. If it was any other player on any other team, it would at least be a consideration that, hey, should we swap strikers, get somebody else in there? But because it's him, I don't think Roberto Martinez even considers it.
Isn't this what we've been talking about since the beginning of the tournament, how that dynamic can bite them in the ass at a certain point?
Yeah, we'll see tomorrow.
Oh, my goodness. I predict tears no matter what. Win or lose, I predict tears from Ronaldo, and I'm here for it. I'm tuning in, and I can't wait to see it. I hope he starts. If he takes another free kick, I hope at some point he gets one that actually comes good. But I don't think that Portugal wins this game. I think France wins this game. I think when they interviewed Mbappe today, I think he was being magnanimous and honest to a certain extent, because this is a hero of everybody, and this is somebody that has been at the top, and where Mbappe, you could argue, is or certainly is heading towards in terms of who he is as a player. But I don't think that Mbappe fears Cristiano Ronaldo one bit, nor do I feel that France fears Portugal.
By the way, a lot of history with both these matchups. Portugal-France, that's obviously a rematch of the 2016 Euro final that Portugal won in France. In extra time, Ronaldo came off injured in the opening minutes. France got him in the 84 and 2000 Euro semifinals en route to lifting the trophy. France also beat him in the 2006 World Cup semis. Spain, Germany, I mean, forget about it. You've got the Euro 2008 final that Spain won, the 2010 World Cup semifinal. Even recently in the last World Cup, they played in the group stage. It was a draw. But yeah, they've faced off a million times in major tournaments. So yeah, both games are going to be incredibly fun.
And Moadou was talking about, the young players you mentioned in that Spain Germany game. It's just amazing, how young some of these players are in both of these tournaments that we are doing. And they're not starting because they're young. They're starting because they're good. And they're continually starting. It's not just a one-off type of thing. Let's just see what happens. But when you name the 11, Lamine Yamal and all the players, Musiala, and it just goes on and on and on. They're in there, and it's not even a question. It's in pen. Amazing, yep. Amazing. All right, what else do we have Copa America-wise?
Yes, we also have a Copa America quarterfinal tomorrow night at AT&T Stadium, Venezuela, Canada, live on FS1. Did I hear correct? Jesse Marsh was a guest on the Now Show a couple of days ago.
Wow.
That's an impressive get.
Really? Good get. Good get.
Now, he's been in the news.
Did they have a translator?
I want to ask you about this, because I do have an issue with him getting asked about the U.S. and actually talking about how disappointed he is and the lack of discipline and all the rest. To me, that's one where you got to say, hey, I'm focused on my team, nobody else. I'm surprised he went there, and it's now getting a lot of play, what Jesse Marsh said about the US.
I mean, he to the victor go the spoils relative to Copa America, and even though he didn't get the job he wants, you can bet he's going to poke every single time that he gets an opportunity. And what I have an issue is that before the tournament, when Jesse was asked about the situation, he immediately, and I think we talked about it on the pod, he immediately went to how disappointed he was in the process. And if you're going to talk about it and bring it up, then I want to know the details. I want to know what was disappointing. I mean, you didn't, I don't know, they didn't fly you to the right place, or the questions were wrong and anything. So I would, if we were talking to Jesse, I would want to know, well, what was so disappointing to you in terms of the process? Why do you not feel that it was appropriate, or you weren't given a fair shake relative to anyone? And I know he didn't get the job, and you lost out to Greg Berhalter, and everyone's going to feel a little bit irritated about something like that. But then if you are going to your point, continue to talk about it, and I think you got to provide some detail. But you know what? He gets to play in the game, and they get to play in a game against Vinotinto.
Now, Venezuela with 3 wins out of 3 in the group stage. They're feeling good about themselves. It is worth noting, Fran Arthur wearing a Messi jersey today, and you asked her if she would wear a Venezuela jersey tomorrow, and she said no, she doesn't own one.
Well, I mean, they've had their problems over there in Venezuela in terms of, producing things and all that kind of stuff. So, maybe she just couldn't find one out there. But, maybe we can scrounge up something for her. I mean, some sort of purplish thing that she could wear. But she was very, very happy today about ultimately what happened with Argentina and Messi. And still the possibility looms out there, right?
Boy, I'd love a camera on her when Messi missed that penalty. That would have been delicious. I would have just watched that on a loop on my way home.
All right, who are you picking here with our friends from the Great White North and Vino Tinto?
Venezuela.
You are?
Yes.
You don't think this is a magical Cinderella story under Jesse Marsch and they get through here? And
they can. Close game, but I think Venezuela go through.
And Tajon Buchanan out. Sounds like a very serious leg injury. So we're sending out our thoughts to him. And, Canada is what they are. But again, take away the Jesse conversation that we just had. For Canada to be doing this, this performance is what we had hoped from the U.S. team. To do something that hasn't been done before, and in doing so, give yourselves hope as a team, and I guess more importantly, give, in this case, Canada hope that they are heading in the direction relative to 2026. So no matter what happens, congratulations to Jesse Marsch and this team. But don't stop here. Keep going. And they got a great draw, as we've been saying.
And we should say the winner of this game faces Argentina in the semis at Cat's favorite venue, MetLife Stadium in New Jersey.
Oh, my goodness. You like that clip? Well, my State of the Union podcast drops twice a week right here on my very own YouTube page. The only way to stay up to date is to hit that subscribe button down below. Size the day, and see you soon.